My name is Sage Cornelius, solo violinist from Topeka, Kansas, representing the Navajo, Oneida, Potawatomi, and Kickapoo Indian Nations. Happy to be here today.
Dude, that's so awesome. Welcome to another We Are the Seas interview. Sage Cornelius is my guest today. I'm very excited. It's good to see you. How have you been, man?
Good. Been practicing every single day, been working out every single day, looking to make this whole quarantine experience a positive one instead of the negative, So
when it comes to practicing your violin, what kind of techniques do you use?
Techniques, mostly it's going back to the basics now. It's like going back to the basics and getting to know them very, very intimately and practicing it very, very slow where it's like boring and you just want to just bang your head against the wall. It's horrible, but it's like ultimately people want to know like what's the fastest way to get good. Are there any shortcuts? And honestly, the best shortcut is to practice the rudiments very slow.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way.
How many hours a day, outside of the quarantine before this happened, how many hours do you think you were practicing before?
An hour.
Yeah.
Like that, maybe 30 minutes. Now I got it to at least 4 hours a day.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. Yeah,
for sure. Now it's like I feel like what's his name? Rocky movie, Mr. T. What was his name?
I don't remember his name.
You know, he's like in the basement and he's like, I'm gonna kill him. That's how I feel. For real.
You and I recently met before all this happened at a bookstore where I work. And I saw you and I'm like, hey, that looks like Sage Cornelius. And then you walked by again and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Sage Cornelius. Hey, I'm going to go talk to him. And it was funny because I was looking to reach out to you because of some of the projects that I've been working on. I need a good violinist. So it was fun to finally meet you and to see that you're so laid back. And I've interviewed quite a few different musicians now, and they all say the same thing about you, how cool and laid back you are. So.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's
So when it comes to the music that you perform, like you use a lot of people who don't know about you, what kind of music, how do you perform with your violin? You use, I see your laptop, you set up there.
Yeah. I got my little laptop here, but like, I mean, I grew up as a bluegrass fiddle player. And then I started playing in classical orchestra. And then I was like, I don't know, maybe around 12 years old, I stole my dad's Ride the Lightning by Metallica CD.
Nice.
And then it was that. And then also Reverend Horton Heat's Holy Roller CD too.
Yeah.
And so like, it was like, I started hearing the riff, the guitar riff, the solos, the attitude, I think, if anything. And then I started getting addicted to like this spirit, this affirmative spirit that music gives you. You know what I mean? Like whenever that's the whole reason we listen to it and but like on and on throughout like playing in bluegrass festivals and doing competitions, playing fiddle. Then I was also playing in orchestras as well. Mm-hmm. So I remember there was just one gig like up in college. Like I had my fully tailored suit. My grandma, like as like a graduation present, she hooked me up and we got it like tailored. I felt good. It was like nicely fitted. And then I had a recital that day. And so I played the recital with the orchestra. And then after like 8 o'clock, like I had to bolt because my bluegrass band was playing like in the other kind of like ghetto district of town. And it was so funny because I didn't even have time to change. And so I just like bolted through the front door with my fiddle. And like everyone was just like, they're all hillbillies. And I was like in my monkey suit. And it was just so funny, like being able to kind of pander to both worlds. You know what I mean?
When I started, I was kind of in the same group where the juxtaposition of bluegrass and classical, I was classical and heavy metal. And I always remember this day I did a heavy metal gig and I was the singer and I had to play some Beethoven sonatas at the school. So like I just went over there and I was still a goth out. And
yes. That's what's up.
So how much would you say I was talking to a musician about blues. We were talking about the rawness of music and how important that is, especially in bluegrass. I like that you go to bluegrass because there is a fundamental, it's about the people. It's about the soul of the people, the rawness of the people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've seen the videos performing And we'll put a link on the YouTube video here for
Cool.
people to go check out your stuff.
Cool,
You bring so much passion and vulnerability and that rawness. Would you say that's because of the classical training and the bluegrass combining together, or is that something that's just innate in you? Is it just that emotion wanting to get out?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I think that regardless of whatever genre that we pick, in order to have fun, whatever genre of music that we're learning, you know, and you know, and the people that know will definitely know after enough repetition and after enough practice, music's gonna give you something that you probably maybe weren't anticipating in the beginning. You know, from what people would say, you know, like when I was like a third grader seeing people play guitar, I just saw them playing guitar and it looked awesome, and everyone else was very impressed. You know, that was my external view. But for the people that are like are doing it, or they're down for like the music creed, are the ones that like get actualized through performing, get actualized through playing, get actualized through this celebration that's going on, whatever instrument that we're picking up. And I think it's ultimately like trying to access that state of flow, no matter what genre that it is. You know, every genre, every art or whatever has flow. You know, and I'm sure that you know this. I'm just reiterating a good thing. Is that, you know, that's what we all want to be. Yeah, that's all we all want to be. People, surfers, like in Surf's Up, the Penguins, where they're talking about how like they want to be in the tube. Yeah, they talk about when they want to be in the tube. They're like, man, the tube's the place to be. You know, they're talking about, like, I think it's kind of like a metaphor, like kind of being in that flow state. You know, and it's just where nothing else matters. And every time I know that I get up on stage, it's a scramble to shut out all this other external BS, all of these, you know, these people talking, people, you know, carrying on. There's all this energy happening, and it's just like bringing it back to the moment. And then learning how to focus that, and then just like unleashing like a Kamehameha like wave at people, you know, when it's time to like freaking play, you know.
It is an interesting transition when you first get on that stage, regardless of how many shows you've done. It's always this weird 3-minute window of like, oh crap, nobody's gonna listen to me. What am I doing here? And then you start playing, and then you see the people's heads turn, and then you, the musician and the artist in you, wakes up, and that's when that fire comes out. And we get that when I look at your videos. It's awesome.
Cool,
amazing
dude.
stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I try not to be like apologetic about my chins too.
Don't.
Because like whenever like I'm really into it, you know, and that's what I call it, fiddle face. It's like where I got like all my chins like right here. It's awesome.
Yeah. One of the things I've been asking other Native American musicians, what kind of recommendations do you give to them? The first musicians grabbing their instrument, were screaming into the mic for the first time, getting the fiddle, hearing blues for the first time, and wanting to become a musician. Is there any advice you would have for them?
Yeah. Don't do it for anybody other than yourself.
There you go, bud.
Don't do it for anybody other than yourself. You'll never go wrong that way. You'll never go wrong that way.
One of the greatest lines I ever heard was to make music on your own terms. And it was from a dear friend of mine, and it really got me, that little line.
Yeah,
and it's very true. Yeah. But thank you so much for the interview. Yeah, is there anything where people can find you? I'm going to put links in the description below.
Yeah. So basically, right now, I basically just got it all. You type in on Google Rage, WIT Sage, Rage with Sage, and you should be able to find like at least one of my platforms. I'm on YouTube. You type in Rage with Sage on YouTube, on SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube are going to be the ones I'm going to be posting the most on.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be on there. So thank you very much, man. It's a pleasure to talk to you again. We'll speak again soon. Yeah, you take care of yourself.
Right. Yeah. You be well, man. You and your family, and everyone else tuning in. Hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy, and also using this time to reflect and grow, rather than it to be like a really good time to just sit on the couch and eat potato chips and watch Netflix all day. So
it's easy to do. Like, we have all this time, and I agree. I just want to sit on the couch, but I'm like, I got to work out and practice. Got to do my keys.
For sure.
You have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, you have a good one too, man. Be well.
Take care.